Oh yeah, thanks you guys. I appreciate you taking the time to have me on here.
I think it's pretty cool what you guys are doing. Very good questions and what a lot of research.
This is cool.
Yeah,
this is awesome.
Thank you for having me.
I really appreciate you guys asking me to be a part of this.
That was too cool, bro. And I love between shifts. I'm between shifts right now. I think I'm gonna be between shifts the rest of my life.
What's up, friends of the show, and welcome back to the Between Shifts podcast. This beautiful young woman's going to hopefully change our viewing demographic because at her young age of 22, she's busy running social media pages, women's workout classes, and hundreds of miles over the last few years. She's an inspiration to me with having the self-awareness and discipline to manage sobriety even while working at a distillery. She's faced many battles en route to get to where she's at today, so please take off your running shoes, put on your listening shoes, and get ready to meet our guest, Miss Julia Minkstein.
Nice.
Not bad.
She's outside of our normal demographic, that's for sure. We're normally like 20 plus our own years.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah. Well, Julia, tell the people where you grew up.
I am born and raised. I am second generation, Half Moon Bay, and I'm so grateful for that.
And were you Montera, El Granada, or like downtown Half Moon Bay?
I was in El Granada, and honestly, I am biased, but I think that's the better of the three.
It definitely is. I feel like you classify as El Granada.
I've lived
Miramar.
in all three, though. I've lived in Montera.
You lived in El Granada?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we lived in El Granada. We actually lived right by the press for, like, before the press was the press, but yeah, we lived right there. We lived in Montera on Date Street when it was dirt, and then we lived in town, but...
So you think El Granada's the best?
I think Miramar's the best, but...
Same. I feel like they're kind of the same.
We're on either side of Corey Park, which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Corey Park's a pretty cool place to grow up.
So what kind of kid were you? Were you running around all the time, or are you kind of more sheltered and a little more reserved?
No, I was bouncing off walls from the jump start. And if you know me now, it's nothing really has changed. I'm still bouncing off walls.
Yeah. What was your favorite activity growing up?
In all things kind of tie back to running with whatever I was doing, whatever sport I was playing. Even in PE, like I was that kid that like would beg to run more. So I think it all ties back to that.
Yeah.
Were you like trying to set the fastest mile for your class?
Yeah, I was when they separated the boys and the girls, all I wanted to do was race the boys.
Did you get like the sub 5 minute?
Yeah, I wanted that shirt.
Yeah.
I was like, let's go down more.
Yeah.
Like,
I got the sub 6 shirt at Cunha. I was stoked.
So
I don't think I've ever even gotten the sub 8.
Dude, thinking about how gnarly kids at Cunha are with like, especially just like young people in general. Like I used to go lunchtime, you'd go play basketball, run around forever and just sweat balls and then go back to class, sit down and just be wrenched.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just played some basketball. It's like, come on.
No showers.
Teacher's like, oh my God, what'd you do? Yeah, there was no showers in the locker room at Cunha.
Yeah.
Did the ladies have showers?
oh yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Guys
So
didn't
they
have
just make you run.
It was just
4 laps.
spray on
Yeah.
Axe, dude.
Yeah.
That's
That
where
was the
boys
shower.
learned like it was just a spray Axe bottle. Like, but yeah, they'd make us run like a mile and they'd be like, all right, have fun in math.
Kind of nuts.
Yeah. And some kids wouldn't they wouldn't wash those clothes.
No,
For
it
the
was
entire
disgusting.
year. Yeah.
To be fair, it was kind of a hassle to have to bring them home. And
It
then
was.
remember.
Remember.
It was always like a weekend wash sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's like a once a week. It's like sheets.
Yeah.
Your sheets.
Yeah.
Wash your sheets once a week?
Yeah. How often do you wash your sheets?
I'm like once every 2 weeks, if I'm
I'm
being
like
honest.
once a month. That's
No,
crazy.
once a
That's
week,
a lot
yeah.
of water.
No, you just swap them out. You have 2 sets of sheets. You put
Honestly-
a new set on, and then it's the same as washing them every 2.
Yeah,
You
honestly, I
same level.
accidentally do them once every other week. I probably should do them once a week.
Well, now I should do them once a
You
week.
should do them once a week.
Okay.
Peer pressure.
The one time I was like actually on top of washing my sheets once a week, my like skin got way better.
We're gonna put a poll on Instagram
Yeah.
now. So it's the right way. Once a week, once every 2, or once
How
a
often
month.
are you washing your sheets?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up and see if there's like a right answer.
Yeah.
It probably would say like once a week or change it. I don't know.
Not bed bugs, but like
Don't say bed bugs.
no, mites. Is it mites? No, mites can grow. Dude, I just saw never mind. Sorry. I saw this ad on, I think it was Instagram, for these eye drops. It's not like normal eye drops where your eyes are red. You just put them in and they turn white. It was like It was like eye drops that fight mites off of your, because I guess you can get mites in your eye.
Damn,
I was like, that
in
sounds
your
like it would hurt
eyes
so
or
bad.
your
They're like, it
eyelashes?
stings for 10 seconds. That's what it said. And I was like, fuck that,
10
dude.
seconds too long, dude.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Just give them smelling salts and let them run away.
Or they just get bigger.
Yeah.
Okay, well, back to your childhood. So El Granada, were you always up in the mountains?
Yeah, from an early age, I was always trying to like find new routes. Like if there's one thing that also hasn't changed, I've never been a people person. So anytime I could find an alternative route where I know that there would be no people, I would way rather choose that. Even if like there's mountain lions and like the possibility of like getting lost up there. Like that's way better than like running into like my first grade math teacher. You know? Like,
True.
Yeah. So you're younger than us, obviously, but did your parents let you kind of run away and go out and have the day by yourself and then come back when the streetlights were on, like our families kind of did?
Yeah, they were actually really cool about that. I kind of just got to do whatever as long as I returned at a certain time, and they knew like it was like like I'm alive. Like they were cool to let me roam, which was awesome.
Now, did your mom and dad both grow up here? Like, are you second generation on both sides, or just your dad?
Sort of. My mom moved here in high school, like her freshman year of high school, I believe, from Maui. So my dad says she's not. Doesn't count.
Yeah, because he's a real local.
He's a real local. Don't want to mess with that. So,
That's
but
classic.
I don't know.
Wait, so your mom moved here from Maui?
Yeah, she lived on Kula, in a small town, and then moved here.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
We were talking before we were on, but we always have to ask questions like we don't know somebody so that you guys can get to know them. But I know both of her parents, but it was just funny. I didn't know that your mom was from Maui.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
She probably had island fever and was like, get me off this island.
Well,
Yeah,
Her whole
she
family
did that.
left, right?
was she
Yeah.
born there though?
She was born, she kind of has a weird upbringing. She was born in SoCal, I believe, but then moved out there because her mom's family was out there, and then they just needed a place to live, and that's where she grew up, which is so cool. Anytime we get to go back and like experience it through her eyes and like see like what her backyard was, it's just like, it's so cool. I mean, our backyard's pretty spectacular, but
Yeah.
like,
But she's tropical.
yeah, she's tropical.
Or like Ireland or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, that's like my grandpa was born and raised in Kauai, and he moved here when he was like 20.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
He was,
Japanese?
Japanese, yeah.
Yeah.
He was in like all the internment camps and stuff during World War II.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's
And then he was
crazy.
like,
Yeah.
let's get us off this island.
Yeah. That makes sense. I wouldn't want to be there either, dude.
But we
Just
go and
locked
see-
me up for a little while. I didn't do fucking anything, dude.
Yeah, but yeah, we're going back to see
Yeah.
like where he was from, like
Yeah.
Waimea Canyon, like the big canyon
Ooh,
that everyone
yeah.
was like. He went to Waimea High School and all that, so it's
Oh,
like
cool.
a small area.
Did he surf much?
I have no idea.
Oh.
I'm telling you,
And
He
you
might be
can't
like
swim.
me. He thinks-
Yeah, I'm so sorry. We get distracted, Julie. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
and every episode, I get made fun of for not being able to swim.
Well,
But you swam.
I did
growing up.
swim. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was one of my sports. I hated track, and so the only alternative was like swim. And I was like, it's better than running in circles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously.
Did you like swimming then?
I
it's
did
just
because I
swimming
found out
skills.
it's like a great cross training for running. And then like, I don't know, my body didn't hurt. You were just like levitating basically. So like none of your joints or anything really hurt at all. So it was great.
And then
Yeah.
you didn't like track, so you were more of a cross country runner then.
Yeah, because cross country you could get lost. There's no people watching you or picking you out. With track, it was like everyone. You're like a little hamster on a
Yeah.
wheel, and I hated that.
That is true. Like every time I view it, I'm not a big runner. Like I like to go on mountain bike rides. That's kind of my cardio if I'm doing cardio. But if I was a runner in the short spans that I have ran, it's always just like out in the hills.
Yeah.
And hills by the paved streets in El Granada.
Corey Park, and that's it. I'd way rather run straight up a hill.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously you were pretty good at sports, but what kind of student were you?
School has never really come easy to me. You know, when you're in elementary school, they kind of like separate like the good readers from the people that can barely read a sentence. Yeah, I was in the latter. And so you pick up on things at an early age. And like, for me, I was always like switching like my B's and my D's and then my G's and my Q. Like reading and like math and anything to do with school has just been like such an uphill battle. And so like my outlet was like, I need to get outside of the classroom. And the second I was outdoors, I thrived, and all that like verbiage kind of went away, which was really nice.
Yeah.
That's a great answer,
Outside. I mean, do you feel like you got smarter when you went outdoors, or was it just like that was just something you didn't have to worry about anymore?
Yeah, it was just an afterthought. Like when I was outdoors, I could kind of just be outdoors, and there was like no competition between like, oh, what group did you get in, or like what grade did you get on this test? Like I just got to be Julia.
Just in really comfort cool. zone. Yeah.
Also, being comfortable outdoors is so much cooler than being good at school.
That's what I'm honestly.
I wasn't a great.
It's like, dude, if things went to shit, like we could figure it out. But
yeah,
I don't know what you're gonna do with computer science. I'm just kidding. Quantum physics.
Like formula of this hill.
No, I'm just kidding. Go to school.
It's important. Yeah.
Or don't. There's options.
It's, up to you.
Yeah, that's true. Ian, yes, I agree with you.
Thank you.
Okay, let's talk about you going sober. Because you made that decision. How old were you when you made that decision?
I was still under the drinking age, actually, when I made that decision, which is wild when you think about it. But, gosh, it's going to be 3 years on December 26th this coming year, which is crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
3 years sober.
Yeah, which is kind of a big deal. But I wasn't like your typical, like, oh, I like using and abusing things. Like, it was more of a control aspect of it, where I remember like one time I was at this party and I like couldn't drive home, and like that feeling of like I needed to get out of somewhere, but like I couldn't operate a vehicle because I had too much.
Yeah.
Was just really scary. And then it's like one thing led to another, and I was like, this doesn't make me feel good anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That must have been a crazy Christmas. It was the day after.
it was a crazy Christmas. My parents know I was not nice growing up. It took a lot. And now like that I'm on the other side of it, like, wow, was I a monster? I'm so sorry, Mom and Dad.
Well, it's like, did you have anything that kind of made you, like, other than that experience where you just mainly wanted to be in control of the controllables?
Yeah, and I think growing up, like a little bit about my past is like I come from a family, like a long line of addiction, like, and now that I've like been reading, like that is the part of school that I do enjoy, is like learning that like that is like hereditary. Like I didn't realize that like gets passed down like your family line, and I think knowing that, and it's like maybe that's one of the reasons why I do run all these miles, is because like I didn't realize how easy it is to fall into addiction when you come from that.
Yeah, that's totally fair. My grandpa was a severe alcoholic. Yeah. And it's like, I notice at times, like throughout the year, I'm like, well, you're drinking quite a bit. So then I always feel like Superman. I take like 4 months off and I train for a mountain bike race, an excuse just to get in shape.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, I feel great. Yeah. And then I do the race and I'm like, yeah.
Celebrate.
Yeah.
Superman take 4 months off? I don't get it. You said you felt like Superman.
I felt like Superman when I take 4 months off of drinking. Like I feel like that's really good for me. And then now you guys are both like sober a lot, and now I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, you're sober.
Yeah.
You've been sober for a while.
Yeah, I've tried.
He is really good about like not drinking on the normal basis of when like the occasional like, hey, let's have a beer together. He's like, yeah, I'll come with sparkling water.
Got some slip ups.
But if there's a good
water's legit.
Yeah, but if there's a good time, then you're like, yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll have one or two.
It's I fall so easy under peer pressure.
Yeah.
It's so easy to fall under peer pressure.
It really is.
Yeah. I'm not that strong.
I guess this is going to kind of turn into an interview for both of you guys.
Yeah.
Just this segment.
All right.
Yeah.
But what has been the toughest struggle about being sober?
This segment is brought to you by 805.
Yeah, that is actually our first sponsor. Yeah. Oh, where's the can?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
You moved
Are you guys actually sponsored by them?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
We don't get paid anything. We just get free beer. So I guess Ian has no financial compensation from this.
The hardest part of staying sober? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Well, what's just been the biggest challenge of staying sober? Well, actually, biggest challenge of deciding to go sober and then remaining sober for a long period of time.
Oh, the hardest part's just starting. Like just like just being like, oh, it's time to be sober now.
And then you go to your first party and everyone is, or you're even like holidays, and like everyone is like, that's how they choose to celebrate, is like with like alcohol. And it's like, when you're the odd man out, like you do feel like the odd man out. Oh gosh. Yeah. Also, being sober in a room full of drunk people, oh my God, that is not for the weak.
Yeah, that's wild. Fair. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, now, going to it's like bar culture. Like, what do you do on like Saturday night? Everyone's like, oh, you're going out or Top Golf or whatever. Like, whatever you go to do, everybody's drinking.
It is fun though, because you still come out with us, which is a lot of fun. Like, he'll still come hang out at OPL. And we'll be like, getting another round. And it's like, all right.
The hardest part for sure is the first couple, like the first year, right? Mm-hmm. Where it's like, hey, have a beer. It's like, oh, sorry, dude. I don't drink. It's like, sure, buddy.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand. Yeah. They're like,
For the small amount of time that I do go sober during the year, I relate with that quite a bit. Yeah.
But for you, like, people see you drinking, so they're like, why not? Right. So when you first go sober, right, like that first month, it's like, it's like, I just saw you have a beer like 3 weeks ago.
That is true.
You're not
That's
sober.
what Claire and I talk about a lot when we do the little 4-month thing. It's always like, David's always like pushing booze on me. David. But it's always like, as soon as you say no for the first, like, I think it's like 2 weeks. Yeah. And people are like, oh shit, that's right. You're not drinking.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not.
Yeah. People finally, like, your close friends will know for sure. And afterwards, people just stop offering it to you. And
I mean, you need to be firm with those boundaries, and then people begin to respect it. Also, you need to like learn how to have fun. You can't just be a fly on the wall if you're sober. You gotta be in that center of that dance floor, like showing people that like you don't really need it to have a good time.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
That's like Friendsgiving. We did champagne shackles for it, but Claire, Kendall Freeberg, and Bridget Canty were like, no, we're just going to do sparkling water. And it's like, damn, who's my partner for champagne shackles? And then I picked up Devin. But long story short, they shackled together, the three of them, and just drank sparkling water.
Yeah.
And it was funny because throughout the whole night, those three were always in the middle of everything fun. Like they were still having fun. And I was kind of like, I had a bit of a heat on, but I was like, this is fun. Like you guys are still having fun. And we did the zip line and stuff at the barn. And they were like one of the last people to go, but they just had so much fun. I was like, that's
cool.
fair.
Yeah. But I commend you for sure. Like 3 years straight, it's like fucking hard.
Yeah, that's insane.
It's cool now that like everyone knows and like respects it. Like it's really cool because it's like you're still getting like invited to everything. You still get to go out, have a great time, and then the best part, you wake up the next morning and you're ready to go.
Yeah,
for whatever adventure you want, you're ready. While the rest of them are like hair of the dog. Like,
do you feel like when you began training for ultra marathons, that kind of also had a big impact on the decision that you made?
No, honestly, quite the opposite. Because in ultras, like you drink beer a lot because there's so much carbs in beer.
Oh
like,
shit! I did not think about that.
Yeah,
like people running drink the beer.
Yeah,
holy shit, that's
there's always
wild.
Whiskey at aid stations just to take the pain off, like to take the edge off.
What?
So it's like,
okay, wait. I'm sorry. This is
miles, right?
This is so like, nuts.
Also, how many miles is in an ultra marathon?
Technically, it's anything over 26.2. So it's anything over a marathon. However, like if you're really into ultras, people don't consider anything less than 50 miles in ultra,
wow.
Which is I kind of believe that.
Yeah. And now I've seen that you've ran 100-mile races,
I just completed that last July.
Wow. And is that the only 100? Well, I say that like I'm not debunking that, but that's the only 100-mile ultra marathon that you ran?
Yes.
And where was that?
By the time this comes out, it'll be the day before I run my next 100.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
damn.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is pre-recorded, and by the way, and if anything's weird, Julia did tell me earlier that Mercury's in retrograde today, so.
Yeah. It's a little
what does that mean?
Means Mercury is rotating the opposite way of like Earth's axis, which means like technical difficulties and like just crazy shit.
Oh, don't say
happens.
that.
No, that's what
That's the battery's dying.
We're good. We're good.
100 miles is super impressive because I don't think I've run 100 miles in my entire life cumulatively.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I feel like 3 years of Cunha middle school.
Yeah.
It's like 12 miles total.
Well, it's a mile a week.
Is it? Okay.
52 weeks in a year, 3 years.
So you did an ultra marathon.
Definitely ran over an ultra marathon. Yeah.
So I've probably run like 120 miles within my
just through schooling
but doing it within how long did it take you? Did you
36 hours straight?
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
How do you manage that with the want to just go to bed while you're running?
I actually did during the night portion, I fell asleep standing up, and it was like during a lightning storm. Whoa. And if there had not been another person with me, I would have fallen asleep on that mountain. But like that one was the only like scary time where I was like, because there's no, where I was in Salida, Colorado, like there is no like help. If you go down, you're going down forever. And so I think that was really scary. And then it's just like, all you got to do is like, I don't do caffeine normally, but you're like taking just caffeinated pills, caffeinated drinks. Like you're taking anything down you to like trick your nervous system just to be like spike you up.
Yeah. And in your training, do you kind of get your body ready for those caffeinated pills? I
didn't. So that was actually that I had no idea I was going to be, I should have anticipated. I had no idea I was going to be that tired. But no, because I don't do caffeine normally. Like I'm sober from like everything. Yeah. And so that was like a last ditch effort of like, I can't keep my eyes open. It was like fighting like.
You're not just California sober.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
Well, what else with I guess in the training aspect for an ultra marathon, like, are you kind of also training your body on the sleep, like deprivation?
Yeah. So sometimes I'll set my alarm. I was trying to do it once a week. It's just such a grind with like work and school, but I try and set my alarm either like midnight, 1 a.m. and then you get up and you just run through the night. And then I'll like get down at like 4 or 5 in the morning, try and sleep like 2 hours before I got to go to work. And then those are the worst days because I'm like just so beat by the end of the day.
And then you have to go do social interactions.
All day. And that's my least favorite
thing.
You
have already established you're not a people's person.
It's my least favorite thing. And so it just like being on is like really difficult during the whole training portion of it.
Yeah.
Well,
for sure.
You're probably not running 100 miles straight during the portion like that. And you can't like train for, well, I mean, you could have gone to Colorado, but like there's other variables like the adrenaline rush probably and all the different emotions you go through over like, the 36 hours.
In the elevation training, like down, it's the hardest part about living at sea level is like, there's no way to like correctly train for the elevation that you like endure during these things. So I was like wearing a weighted vest and I was wearing like that restriction mask. And like, if you saw me out in public, like I looked like Darth Vader, like I looked like I was crazy, which like granted, like
also to train for an ultra marathon, like you probably run in around like 2 times Half Moon Bay.
Yeah.
From your house, like all the way to town, probably Parisma.
Yeah.
All the way back.
Yeah.
And then also probably to Montera. Like how do you cheat?
And you're just always out and like you see people like running their errands and then you see them on your way back, like driving back from their errands. Yeah. And it's like also like I know where like 10 miles is from every direction of my house, which is like I know where that turnaround point is.
Well, it's also cool because like you can just know how to hide if you're ever in the run from the cops. I'm just kidding. Yeah. No, I remember we had I know because you probably run over there a bunch, but the big construction job in Prisma.
Oh yeah.
Huge, the big wooden barn and the big wooden house. We were working over there and I saw you run by. I was like, holy shit, like why is she over here?
Yeah.
That girl's crazy.
It's crazy.
But
yeah.
I cannot get over the fact that there's like you drink beers in an ultra marathon and whiskey. That's crazy.
Yeah, because it goes down, it's like it goes down so I don't know, but it goes down so easily. Like there's so many carbs in beer.
Yeah. I'm gonna start running.
Yeah.
Well, that's even if you weren't sober, you can't have beer because of because you're celiac. So you haven't touched on that, but you're celiac too, right? So you can't. You're like your dietary restriction. Like you can't just grab some like granola bar that's off the shelf.
That was the hardest part. Is like there were just some like aid stations that were like so remote that would have nothing. Like I was packing there. Like the thing that hurt the most was my shoulders because I packed all of my gear. Anything I need. Like if shit hit the fan, like I knew that I would have something that I could eat, which is like the hardest. Like there was like 15, I think I weighed it. It was like 13 point something. Wow. And like most people run with like 5 pounds on their back.
Yeah.
So do you pack like a fire starter and stuff like that too?
They make you pack what's called a bivvy. So if like things go wrong, at least you have protection. You just cover yourself in it and it's like it's thermal.
Oh, like the silver, thermal blankets. Yeah.
Should we get back to, so you finished high school, but you went to high school here? Because we're kind of getting
Sorry, we're going on a
we're
tangent.
just
Yeah.
a tangent. But then you went to Northern Arizona in Flagstaff.
I did for one single semester. Yeah.
6 months or so. Yeah.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah. What was your original major there, and what
was
happened?
studying food science and nutrition. And honestly, like looking back on it now, that campus, it's like the running capital of the world. Like any like famous runner out there has trained in Flagstaff. And I think at the time when I was like just getting serious about running, I didn't realize because I didn't know any of those people yet, but I was really isolated in Flagstaff. Like it was my first time like living in snow. My roommate and I were like completely opposite. And it's just like, I think I still had a lot of growth. You know, in high school, they just send you out. I wasn't prepared for that. And I think I didn't know that at the time. And like, no one really knows that at the time, but I think going to NAU was like the best decision for me because I completely broke. Like I completely hit rock bottom. And I think I needed that to get to the point where I'm at today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually love Flagstaff.
I love Flagstaff.
Flagstaff's
What is it?
gorgeous,
It's 7,000 elevation.
Yeah. It snowed when I was there, and it was like September.
That's crazy that people train for running in Flagstaff because places in Colorado have much higher elevation.
Well, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
Well, no, I'm only thinking like it's probably a great place to go run because of all the mountains not around it. But yeah.
And all the trees, the aspen trees.
Yeah.
The fall.
No,
Dude, it's beautiful.
Flagstaff.
I went there on a football like tour of the school and the facilities, and I was like, this is super cool. It was just me and my mom.
Yeah.
I was like, but I don't like that it takes 2 flights just to get home.
That's a thing.
flights.
Yeah, you
2
fly to
flights,
Phoenix,
yeah.
and then,
You have to take a smaller plane over to Flagstaff.
because that's how small. Yeah,
I
Yeah.
flew direct.
Oh, okay.
it's like a $700
That
ticket.
elevator.
Yeah, but
you
they have
money.
a direct flight.
They do.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when you're balling on a budget,
Yeah, you
come on, dude.
You could also drive from Vegas. Yeah, there's other ways to do Vegas.
There you go.
You could drive from Vegas.
It's funny. I was just talking to my dad about that last night because obviously I was in high school. He paid for the trip to go see NAU, and he was like, "Yeah, it fucking cost me $2,500." I was like, "See, it could have cost you that every time I wanted to come home."
Yeah.
Nah, he'll just come home. For
Yeah,
Christmas.
yeah. No, I was in slow, and I just had my own car. Just driving home.
You can fly home from Slow too. That's a really easy flight.
Yeah, but that's even more expensive probably than flying to Flagstaff.
Maybe.
Small airplane, and yeah.
Yeah.
I knew a
There's
guy.
no object on.
So what did you do after NAU?
After NAU, I came home and that was rock bottom. So that was 2021. So from 2021 to like 2023, I was actually in eating disorder recovery. So like I said, I was a nutrition and food science major, but what they don't teach you going into that, like I thought it was all going to be about like learning how to kind of, I don't know, just learning what foods we should be putting into our body. And I looked at it from like a athlete perspective of like, what is going to fuel me to make me have my best performance? But instead it was like, they made you do all this like calorie counting and all this like BMI and all these measurements. And I think I got so again, the addiction thing, I think I got so hooked on that I was like, looked at it as like a game where it was like, how light can I get to go as fast as I can? And I think, well, obviously looking back on that now was like the worst possible thing because that's the opposite of what you should be doing. You should be like, our bodies are machines. And like, if we fuel the right way, the smart way, then we're going to perform the best. But if we restrict and we take away, it's like taking gas out of a car. You're eventually you're going to stop. And so I went into eating disorder treatment, and it took 2 full years for me I didn't even understand it. Because when you're so far into something, you can't see out of it. And now looking back, I just like, I just want to give her a hug. I'm like, oh, you poor thing. But it's made me who I am today. I recently got my nutrition license. So I just think, I didn't see it then, but I see it now. Like maybe this was all a part of my plan.
Yeah.
Part of the universe's plan. Yeah.
Definitely.
Can you see that in like other people now? Like where you can you like?
Yeah. 100%. Because now I'm like teaching these women classes and I'm teaching like leadership classes for young women. And now it's like girls are taught to kind of how small can like fit into this box. And I think, I don't know why they're not taught the opposite, like be big and be bold and be like powerful. And so it's just like kind of that mindset shift is almost more powerful than anything like the body can do.
Yeah, definitely. What was the point that made you go into an eating disorder recovery place?
Yeah, I think it was, I actually got diagnosed with something called AFib, whereas like, so I was training for these, at the time I was just doing marathons and I was training for these marathons, but my heart wasn't beating as fast as it should. And like, I went into the doctor for that and she was like, your heart rate, your resting heart rate is under 50, which is like, we can force hospitalization right now. She was like, you are a walking heart attack. She was like, if you continue down this path, you're not going to live much longer. And that scared the living daylights out of me. And it took that sentence to completely break the glass that I'd been just hiding under. And yeah, from that moment on, like it was like an immediate shift.
For sure.
Yeah.
I want to talk a little bit about like, because it's pretty impressive that you do all these activities and have gone away to school, but you started working at such a young age too.
Yeah, that is thanks to Shanti and John Minkstein. My parents are the most hardworking people like I've ever met. Both equally came from opposite walks of life, but they both came from absolutely nothing. And like my mom is this like badass entrepreneur and my dad is a fire captain for the coast side, and they have like supported and provided everything and more. And like they've had to worry about financials and money from such a young age, and they made it like their mission to make sure that my sister and I didn't have to worry about like where our next meal came from. And like I started working at 14 in the food business or the service industry, and like I just realized how from an early age like how kind of stable money is and how like protected like financial stability is.
Yeah. Did they teach you how to achieve financial stability at a young age as well? Like were they trying to tell you how to set yourself up for success financially in the future?
I think they did it in a way that wasn't like vocalized. Like I saw like my dad works like 14-hour days, or like when he was actually like but when he was a firefighter, like he was working those like 72-hour long shifts. And like little kids are like little sponges. Like we're constantly soaking that up. And I would like, my mom was doing like 10 to 12-hour days. And so you're just absorbing that and you're just watching that. And I think like I saw like the look on their faces when like they bought us clothes and when they bought us food. And it's like that money, like, you know how hard they worked. And I wanted to make sure like I wanted to be that person too.
Yeah. That sets a high standard.
Yeah. Well, and your dad is crazy too. Like when he's doesn't work, he's at Rice Trucking.
Yeah.
Like, are we supposed to say that?
Yeah, I don't know if we can say that.
That's fine.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
He's been doing that for years, because I remember being a little kid, like eating donuts with him.
Yeah.
Like 3 years old.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think it's been like 40 something years that he's been helping Rice. Something crazy.
Yeah,
like
he
that.
started there when he was 16, if I'm not mistaken, and now like he's been there ever since. Honestly,
yeah. I think he just likes working with the family.
helping Rice.
Yeah,
like yeah.
No, it really feels like he's just a part of the family over there. It's pretty funny when you go in and you're just like, oh, hey, John. They're like, yeah. Then nobody, like normally people kind of pay attention to people writing tags or like loading people up. But he's always just on his own. Yeah. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. And he loves what he does, which is so cool. Like, if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. Like he genuinely all of his jobs, which is amazing.
Yeah. It is really cool. That's a big goal in life.
I feel like does he still coach soccer too?
Yeah, and he's still doing that. Like he finds a way to like, so many people have hobbies, but like weirdly enough, like his hobby is work. Like, yeah, there's financials that come with it and he has to work to live, but he loves it.
Totally forgot that you played soccer in high school. What was that
so
like? That kind of get you more into running too.
That was a trip all in a, yeah. So with the whole running thing, like soccer, I was always I was forward. So I was always like, and I was on the outside. Like all I would do is like, they would pass the ball up and I would just start running. And like, that was my thing. And then I had big dreams to like play D1 in college. Like, and it was always, that's the whole reason I like went down the school route, was like, I want to play at a high level. And I actually got invited and went to England to play semi-professional for Manchester City when I was in 8th grade. And I was the only girl invited with a group of boys. And we were just living in a flat in England. And I got to play with semi-professional women.
Dang.
In 8th grade.
That's pretty cool.
That's wild. Was that your first time out of the country too?
Yeah, it was. And it was so cool. British accents, they have something to them.
Grade. Yeah. Dang.
Culture shock.
Yeah. What was the biggest culture shock of that experience?
It was, weirdly enough, it was walking into the grocery store and I'm like, where are all of my brands? Like, where's all my food?
Yeah.
Like, everything was like America, they have their food problems, but I'm like, why is everything bland?
Yeah.
Like,
there's no Pop-Tarts here.
There's no what are we doing?
Yeah. Discipline's hard.
Yeah. No, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But speaking of discipline, because you played soccer for so many years, what was the deciding factor in stopping?
Yeah, and I did have, it's just heartbreaking going back to that. Like, I had so many big like goals and dreams, like, and it's one of the reasons like I was able to bond with my dad from such an early age. But my freshman year of high school, I met someone that changed the trajectory of my entire life. I was sexually assaulted within months of starting at Half Moon Bay High School. And I think there's a before, there's a during, and there's an after. And it's not black and white, but nothing, I couldn't continue doing the same things I was doing before that, it was like that was heartbreak all in and of itself. Cause it's like, I played that sport since I was 4, but it's like, I couldn't even get out of bed, let alone like pick up a ball and go to practice.
Yeah.
So.
And soccer was like a big part of that, like whole, was it the way your mindset changed and sports in general were not in the picture anymore, or was soccer like specifically?
No, it was all sports. It was like, I remember I was in PE actually, and it was like one of those rainy days where they just trap you inside. And I like remember calling my mom, and it was like at that point where like nothing else mattered compared to like what I had just gone through. And I was like, hey, like I can't do this anymore. Like I need to, and at that point I was playing for like one of California's best teams. Like we were driving like an hour plus like 4 times a week to practice. And I was like, I can't do this. And it's just like, again, with that whole work aspect, it's like, I know how much it costs them. I know how much time and energy and effort so like making that phone call was like one of the hardest things I've had to do, because it felt like I was just letting both of them down at the exact same time.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't think there was any way I could continue playing soccer with what just occurred.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's got to be hard to make that call and tell someone that you don't want to do something anymore. But
yeah, especially like with parents. I mean, I know you see it with like mountain biking too. It's like when they pour so much of their love into you, and it's like you're sharing the same hobby. It's like, it kind of feels like it's a breakup in a way. I know it's weird to say about a parent, but it's just like, I felt like, well, now what are we going to do together? Like,
yeah. I saw a really good Instagram video the other day, and it was just somebody talking, I think it was Theo Vaughn, talking about how like your whole life you just want to make your parents proud.
Yeah.
And making a decision like that and telling them that you don't want to play a sport that they played, that obviously every parent dreams that their kid is going to play a sport that they played in high school or whatever, just to kind of relive through those moments. That had to have been a really heavy decision to make as a young person in the world.
Yeah.
Want to get your business in front of a loyal local audience? Between Shifts brings coastside stories to life with real conversations, local legends, and plenty of laughs. Sponsorships include custom ad reads, shout-outs in episodes, and visibility across all our socials, all designed to connect your brand with engaged listeners who support local. Now please email betweenshiftspod@gmail.com for any inquiries. Thank you.
You had moved to France and gotten a job working for someone else in social media, but you were already doing, I believe, social media yourself. And
I was dipping my toe in the water of social media at the time, because I was alone in France. I moved there, entirely by myself. I had no idea where I was. And I started just filming myself, like just doing like cold plunging in the Alps and like doing little like open water swims in the Mediterranean. Like I was just filming myself doing all these things. And then like one kind of caught on. And then I was like, oh, like people actually like this. And then one of my like favorite influencers like posted a job listing and she was like, I'm looking for like a content producer. And I was like, fuck it. Like I'm just going to apply. I took a shot in the dark and she said she got hundreds of applications and she picked me at the end of the rounds of interviews.
Did you have to send her like a resume and like what you do on social media or was like
but the funniest part is like I did not half-ass the application at all, but I was like, I don't have a resume. I'm living abroad right now. I'm like, I'm going to send you my social media. I'm going to send you all these videos I've done. I'm going to send you my story, like completely off record stuff. And she was like, you are the only one that was like real with me. Like you didn't try to like make yourself out to be something you're not. And she was like, I dig that. I want you on my team. I was like, whoa, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's
People
pretty
can
cool.
definitely read between the lines and tell if someone's like bullshitting them or not.
Yeah. And I've worked for her she's based in Sweden. I've worked for her ever since. It's been a year and a half now.
Have you ever met her in person?
Never met her in person, no, but she's like big time. She's 2 million followers. A big yoga. Her name's Rachel Brathen. She's a big yoga influencer. And she's done many retreats and like she's gone on tours. She's now she's just homesteading in Sweden. But
and you run like Instagram.
Yeah, honestly, she's only on Instagram right now. She's kind of old school with that. So I run, her Instagram and get to create content for her and talk to her and like hear her like total fangirl moment. Like I grew up, like she was the reason kind of why I got into yoga at such an early age is like I was just I had her books. I was following her. I was like, this woman is awesome. And now I'm working for her, which is like full
that's
circle.
really cool.
Yeah.
So and before that, you were already 200-hour yoga certified.
Yeah, I got certified during COVID actually, so completely masked up in Flagstaff. So, which was like another good thing that came out of living in Arizona was, I got my certificate done. And I've been teaching kind of on and off ever since, just trying to, it's really hard with yoga to find a studio that you kind of mesh with because you have to align with like what you're working for. And now that yoga's become such like a westernized thing, like it's really hard to find like that like root intention of like it just feels good to move your body. Yeah. Nothing more than that.
You're pure.
Yeah.
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 What was the hardest part about getting your yoga cert, like other than being in a mask?
Yeah, well with school and everything, it's the same thing. It's like I cannot for the life of me pay attention. So it's like I would be for most of it's like you're kind of in lectures, like it's more glamorous than that, but it's like so much like anatomy and information just being thrown at you. And I was falling asleep because I was doing that in college. I was running all the time. I was falling asleep left and right.
Yeah.
And so it's just like staying focused and staying like, okay, like I'm going to be able to teach yoga at the end of this is like just staying rooted in that.
Yeah,
definitely.
That's crazy. So it's 200 hours, right?
Yeah, and the way they do it, it's like these like 8 to 10 hour long days. So you're just cooking in a studio for like.
Do you do like hot yoga?
Yeah, so that's what I started teaching. I love that.
Oh, that's brutal.
Brutal.
My mom on Mother's Day one year was just like, "Come do hot yoga," and I was like, "All right."
Yeah, her
like, Mom, you can do it. I can do it.
Yeah.
And then I went, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I ended up like in the bathroom, cracking the window, just like.
I couldn't. I tried twice. I'm like, I can't do it. Like my feet are sweating.
I've got
body parts.
I've gotten through like two classes, and you feel so good after. But that first class, when I had to like go to the window, I was like, "Oh my god, dude!"
It's like claustrophobic.
I have to bring like 5 towels. I'm Portuguese. I sweat a lot.
Well, you're not supposed to fart in there.
And you are?
No, he is for sure.
What the fuck are you talking about? I'm saying I sweat.
Just going into the bathroom and cracking the window.
Might have let it go.
Yeah.
No, just
that
kidding.
That's happened.
Yeah, there's already parts of
that is
had never sweat before.
That is like
that
is my favorite unexpected laugh is an unexpected fart. It is not for me, from other people. Like that's my favorite. Like you'll be walking through the grocery store and you go down an aisle and some like older lady will just like accidentally let one slip and she doesn't even know I'm just like, oh, I think I go to like Claire's shoulder. I'm like, fuck. Get the giggles. Sorry, that was an example from the other day.
It's all good. You got anything else?
Sorry, what were we talking about? Yoga. Getting your yoga cert. How old were you when you got your yoga cert?
I was 18. Yeah.
Oh, dang.
I was the youngest.
Like fresh out of high school.
Yeah, I was the youngest one in that class as well. And it's like, imagine, okay, hot yoga, but you're fully masked up.
Yeah,
like
that
you're
would
just
suck.
breathing in that mask. Just full of sweat in that mask. Like, disgusting.
Yeah. The masks.
Masks, yeah.
That was nasty.
That was horrible.
That was a terrible time, probably. So, did you get a graduation?
I was the first class that got a graduation back, but it was all outside, which I loved. Like, we didn't have to spend an hour in the gym. 4 hours in the gym.
I didn't realize COVID happened like that soon after high school for me.
It was 6 years ago.
Because you were a freshman when I was a senior.
Yeah. It was my junior and senior year that we were all online.
Dang.
Yeah. I loved it.
Tough.
Honestly, hot take, I loved that.
COVID?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. I loved it in college.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was fun.
Nothing really changed for me, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. We took like 2 weeks off and I got to play hockey and that was it.
The best part was that you could travel and just do classes online. Like that was
that's it.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah. I would agree. It was kind of cool.
I would play a game with it. I would open my computer, have the Zoom going, and I was like, I'm going to run X amount of miles before the Zoom is over and be able to end it. You just turn off your camera.
Yeah. That's crazy. You were already training.
I was a bad student. I'll tell you that.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, that had to have been even harder to try to learn than like without someone actually holding you accountable too.
Yeah. That was really tricky.
You're like way closer to the mountains already too.
Yeah.
Doing classes in El Granada versus at the high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you run up Corey. By the time you get back down, they're like wrapping up, and I'm like, yeah, thank you. That was a great class.
What class would that have been? What was your least favorite subject?
It was math, because they hired all those like. Actually, I can't say that.
I was gonna say.
Never mind.
You got it.
Substitutes, yeah.
Yeah, those math teachers never stuck.
So you're into the oldest form of transportation, which is known as walking or running.
Yeah, that I am.
Yeah. So how many marathons have you run since like the original? What was the first one that you ran, and how many have you done since?
The first one I did was right after I turned 18. I was the San Francisco Marathon, and all I wanted to do was qualify for Boston, because you hear about Boston, like it's just this big thing. Even when I wasn't running, it's like, oh, the Boston Marathon, and I did my first time, and it was in that phase where I was kind of an angry teenager. I was pissing everyone off, so I was like, so no one was there. Like I ran it by myself. I didn't know a single person there
in Boston.
No,
in the
I was like, damn, dude, your parents let you go alone.
No, so no one's holding up signs for you, which are those signs are so funny. The marathon signs are so funny.
Cool. Yeah.
I can't run, but I'd love to hold a sign up for someone.
No, they're awesome. Yeah, they really help.
So,
but yeah, I didn't know a single person, which I loved, because I'm not a people person. I could just blend in fully, and I qualified for Boston with 3:24, and
oh damn,
yeah. So
yeah.
And then from there, I kind of made it back.
The calculation happening in your head over there.
I'm trying to divide that by 26 point. Is it 26.2?
Yeah.
No, I can't even do that math. But go ahead. That's very fast.
No, it's really fast.
Yeah. But then I kind of got hooked on it from there, and I started just training for more marathons and to see what I could get into. And then this past April, I actually did run Boston, and it was crazy. I actually had a fever running it, but it was such a cool experience minus the fever. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Just so much, everyone in Boston, so many people just travel out for that. And it's so contagious just being out there with everyone. It doesn't matter who you are. No one knows you. They're just cheering your name because your name's on your bib. So they know your name, and it's so cool.
That does sound like fun. How do you
contagious or the, sorry, go ahead.
No.
Yeah, it probably was contagious. So I'm being honest. Yeah.
How do you train callousing your mind for a run? Because obviously you can't just be thinking oh, I'm running, this hurts, I'm running, this hurts. You have to kind of be you have to have something to take your mind off of the run. Yeah,
well, now that I honestly haven't done a marathon in a really long time, a race, besides this past April was my last marathon, but I've transitioned completely into ultra marathons. And I think with that, it's a completely different ball game, where I was reading this book. I think it was in that book, Born to Run, and it was talking about how the mind will always give up quicker than the body will. Like your mind can tell you something completely different than what's the reality of your body. So I always ask myself, like, where's this voice coming from?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always heard like the mind always gives up before the body because it's worried. And then
Yeah,
it's just
that actually makes sense.
It's trying to preserve.
It's trying to preserve it, but it's always like very dramatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and when you get into ultra marathons, it's probably less about like the finishing in like, because 3 hours is like can go by like that probably, but like ultra marathons and 36-hour running through mountains, it's more probably survival, right?
Yeah, 100%. And it's like doing little check-ins, like, because you can like your mind kind of goes on this like, yeah, that flow state where it kind of wanders off, and you gotta like, am I eating enough? Am I drinking enough? Like, how's my body feeling? And you kind of have to go through these like bringing it back to reality. Like, there's lightning above. Like, I'm gonna have to figure that out once I get above the trees. Like, I'm not gonna be electrocuted. Like, not on my watch.
Yeah.
So-
And what's the longest stretch in an ultra marathon where you don't see anybody that's out for like aid or anything?
When I was running that 50 miler in up near like Mount Whitney area, it was like 13 miles, which isn't a lot, but it was 104 degrees. And it was like one of our like desert or one of our like drought times. Like there was no creeks, so I couldn't filter any water. Like there was no food. I mean, I had what was on me, but I was like burning so much. So I was just sweating that I was like, that was a little scary.
Yeah. You
I
probably
was
had
just
somebody
cooking.
like every football field's length away in a run.
Really? Wait.
On that run? Did you have like how close was everybody?
No, that's what she
Like
was saying,
6 miles. But the
13 miles was the longest stretch.
Oh, 13 miles was the stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you didn't see anyone.
It was a 50
I thought you were saying
race.
Oh, I thought you said it was a
died.
13-mile race.
No, it was a 50-mile race, but someone actually died on that race.
Yeah, I believe
Ugh.
it. I would.
Yeah, it was
would have
like,
been me.
but the hardest part is like, okay, well, but it was his last ultra
R.I.P.
marathon. Like that's the bang he was going out with, and he was like, he was in his 80s, and he was like gonna do it, and it was like record heat, and he decided to do it anyways, and it was like one of that stretches like where there was no way to get to him, and he had a heart attack
Dude,
because it was just so hot.
it's
Yeah,
honestly kind of a sick way to go out. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah.
cool way to go out.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, he died doing what he loved. for
exactly.
sure, right?
That's what everyone was saying.
Yeah.
So.
Filtering your own water, because that's something that's way too heavy to carry a lot of.
Yeah.
So that's like a big thing. So like over 100 miles when you're running, because like a marathon is like fairly flat,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
When you do these
Yeah.
100-mile or 50-mile races, they're through mountains.
Yeah, like this last one was 23,000 feet across 100 miles. Like you're just climbing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you constantly looking for like a creek or something to like just to filter water so that you can drink?
Yeah.
Like you can't carry that much water. You can't carry that much weight, right?
Yeah, they say even if you just have a little bit of water left, like filter it anyways, like because you never know when your next one's gonna be. And like, which is really cool because we were so high up there that most of that water was just all snow melt. So it was like
Yeah.
so
So
cold
fresh.
and so fresh. You could like dip your head under, and it was like,
Yeah.
it was really nice.
That does sound nice, actually.
Yeah. So
I wouldn't run 100 miles to do it, but yeah, that sounds.
Have you ever gone running up by like Downeyville area
down
on the Yuba River?
No.
Oh, you should go. I feel
Okay.
like you'd have a field day up there. You gotta be careful of mountain bikers, but you can run all the way up
Vicious.
from like downtown Downeyville,
Okay.
and you can go all. I think riding just downhill on a mountain bike, it takes an hour and a half.
Do you know how many miles?
I have no idea how many
That's
miles.
okay, that's fine. I thought
but
I'd ask.
you should check it out because
Okay.
it's really cool, and it's like it's ATV, dirt bike, mountain bike,
That is cool.
hiking, backpacking area.
Yeah,
It's
that's
really cool. You can go all the way up to this place called Deer Lake, and if you go up to Deer Lake, it takes on a mountain bike like about an hour 45, 2 hours, all the way down to town.
Okay. But though, is it single track or no? Or some parts?
It's single track, but I mean, like if you're running, as long as you don't have your headphones in, you'll hear.
Okay. Because a single
hear
track, sometimes
everybody.
those mountain bikers, they get real vicious about that single
Oh,
track.
yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
holy moly.
Well, it's really, especially up there, it's really rocky.
Okay.
Really
Yeah.
rocky.
Yeah.
So it'd be an interesting run,
It'd
but
be an interesting run. Yeah.
but you'll hear all the stuff coming downhill at you.
Okay.
Now I have two questions too, though. So first, real quick. No, I want to start with this one. Have you ever been injured running, or like, what's your worst injury?
Yeah. I actually fractured my sacrum in 2022. And I went from like running 80-mile weeks, training for an ultra marathon, to I couldn't even walk. Like
Ooh.
that was brutal.
It's-
Yeah, a sacrum is one of the bones that scares me to break.
Yeah.
And it's not like it's obviously not one of the biggest, but it just affects
It connects
so
everything.
I think you're thinking
Yeah.
sternum.
I am thinking sternum.
It is
yeah.
Or sacrum.
ass bone.
Yeah.
That too, though. Breaking an ass bone.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, I totally was thinking sternum. Holy shit.
Sternum,
That's
yeah.
rough. Yeah.
That would be rough. But
Yeah. I mean, that's
Yeah.
gonna change like everything too. It's gonna like
Everything.
yeah. You gotta hurt to like shower. Yeah. I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, shit, running, you can't run.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And I couldn't sleep right. Like you could only be in a certain position, but then when you rolled over, it's like you could feel it like moving almost. And I was like, this. No.
How did you break it?
It's actually ties back to the eating disorder. So I got osteoporosis because like my bones were like so brittle that it was like so easy to just break. And one time I remember I was actually getting adjusted by Sue Freeberg, love her, and she was telling me all this, and I like was so in the thick of like it's like my way or the highway that I was like, no, you're wrong. I mean, she's a doctor. She was obviously right. And I like went for a run and I literally felt it like pop. I was like, oh, she told me so. Yeah. And then it was like, if I had just listened to her, like I would have avoided like literally it was a year of my life
Well,
of like going, rebuilding everything.
that's tough.
Yeah.
And then real quick before we get back into everything else, Gavin was talking about like you would notice if you don't have your headphones in on single track.
Yeah.
Do you listen to music and like because there's no way you would have 36 hours worth of like
No.
Yeah.
So I typically don't. But I'm also someone that like so type A. Like there are so many thoughts going through my head that I'm like having multiple conversations all at once when I'm running. The only time I'll listen to music is like if I'm bored, like when I'm training. Like sometimes it does get a little monotonous. Like I do get bored easily. So like I'll just plug like a podcast in. I'll listen to you guys when I'm running.
Hey.
I'm a podcast person than like a music type person.
You just get to
Nice.
hear us laugh
I feel
every
that.
7 minutes.
Well, that's like that kind of ties back into the aspect of having your mind on something else while you run.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
like I notice it at work. Like if I'm digging a trench all day, I'll be like, I cannot listen to music because
Right.
if I listen to music, I'll just still be thinking.
Yeah.
But if I listen to a podcast, I'm not thinking.
I listen
Thinking
to
what they're thinking.
I listen to podcasts to fall asleep sometimes. Like just
Nice.
just words.
Who rocks you to sleep, Ian?
Your voice.
I was gonna say it's usually you or David right now. Yeah. No, I do. I listen to our podcasts as I'm like falling asleep. I'm like, this is nice. Like,
That's crazy.
it's not that crazy. It's us, dude.
Why don't you send in the fucking timestamps for clips? Because I try to
I'm
listen.
asleep.
I try to listen to it at work, and I'm like, I hate my voice.
Yeah, but they say with the music thing, when you're running, it's like it's almost cheating because that cadence messes you up. Like you get like a song with like a heavy
With a good beat, yeah.
and it's like then you speed up. And they say like for Ironmans in particular, like they won't allow it at all because they're like this
Whoa.
is messing up like your dopamine, like all everything.
Wow.
Whoa.
Considered like cheating in like the endurance world.
What?
I try not to practice.
That's crazy
Yeah.
because that's so natural to just listen to music while you do
and a
it.
lot of people do, but it's like you get that two sides of like that side of it.
No, I believe it because every time I get a speeding ticket, I'm listening to like something fast. No, I'm not kidding. Like
Judas
I'll drive,
Priest.
like I'll drive faster. If
Breaking
music's-
the law. Breaking the law.
If you're listening to something more upbeat and faster, all of a sudden you're driving faster because you're just feeling it.
Yeah, no, I feel that. Yeah.
I'll give that to you.
If you do listen to music while you run, what are you listening to?
Oh God, I'm so embarrassed. Well, okay, I started working at Raul Castillo's. So it used to be like the like girliest, like kind of like girl like rap, which is like I'm so embarrassed to even admit that. But then
Meg the Stallion.
yeah, like stuff like that. It's like okay, it's like
Nice.
my alter ego.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. But
Sexy
it's like
Red. That's so
like-
funny.
Yeah, complete alter ego. But now I started working out with like Jed Rain, if you guys know him.
Fuck yeah, Jed's good.
Legit. And then like Evan Wolf, like Raul Castillo, Matt Aragoni, and like they all listen to like fucking heavy metal or like the
Hell yeah.
gnarliest
Black
rock.
Sabbath.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And it's just like at first I was like, what the fuck? It's like 5 a.m. I'm like, turn this shit off. But now it's like kind of getting into it. So
Dude.
I kind of changed my
Especially when you get
Switching
like a when you start to understand an artist more behind the music,
Yeah.
especially like Ozzy Osbourne with Black Sabbath,
Yeah,
like
there's a lot of
you're
that.
like, God damn, yeah, I'm feeling the juice right now.
Yeah.
He's like, the bass line's just like, and you're like, whoa.
Gotta get into it.
Yeah.
We couldn't get Gavin to sing on the last podcast.
Oh, I could not do it. We were in front of a musician, like
Okay.
really good musician. His
Yeah.
name's Ben Morrison. He's with Brothers Comatose.
Oh yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
"Hey, do you ever listen to Olivia Dean?" And he's like,
Love that
he's
girl.
like, "I know that name. What's a song by her?" And I was like, well, now I'm blanking on it.
I don't know the name
What was
of it
it?
either. I don't know. But I was
The
like,
guy song. It
Man, I
was,
Need.
Man, I Need. And I said, Man, I Need. And he's like, how does it go? And I was like, I'm not doing that.
I was like, Gavin, you can't
He had-
play it. You have to sing it.
Also, for context, he had just sang a song that we acted. Well, we didn't act. We didn't know it. But then he sang it, and we're like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I know that."
Yeah.
And then it came to me, and I was like, "I'm not
Wow.
doing that."
He wouldn't do it.
But Ben asked me like 2 times. He's like, "Dude, just how does it go?" And I'm like, "I can't do it in front of you." He's so don't be the man. Come on, dude.
There you go.
Really?
Got the gist.
Yeah.
And then I was like, Lola Young.
That girl. Yeah.
Lola Young is sick.
She's cool.
I've had a realization over the past couple of days where I was just like, Claire has always played Lola Young. And then
Yeah.
we were at Friendsgiving and I somehow ended up playing Lola Young. And I was like, yeah, I'm a Lola Young fan, Claire.
I love that.
She's sick.
Yeah, she is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we talk a little bit more about Raul Castillo's? Because you do a class there. I actually texted you when he was coming on to ask about
Yeah.
your class.
Love that guy.
Yeah. So you do the power of she.
Yeah, I teach, actually to even back it up even further, but I started working out at Raul's when I was like really young. Like I was in middle school and it was like doing cross training through him. And like, then I started getting really into like weightlifting, like with, like ultra running is like, that's the thing. They're like, you gotta lift weights. Like you gotta put muscle on. And then he approached me and he was like, this is a really good idea. I was like, let's hear it. And he was like, well, I want to lead like a women's class, but like for like female athletes. And he was like, and I want you to be the teacher. And I was like, oh, I don't know about that. I'm like fresh off of teaching yoga. I'm like, how do I like pump up like young athletes? Like I honestly like, but he had so much, like he was so confident. I was like, okay. Like blindly went into it. And then we just started like designing this class for like young girls who like want to take their like fitness to the next level. And now it's just like, we like do all these chants and it's like taking like girls who are taught to like, I don't know, like cross your legs and like be ladylike to like, no, actually like you can scream at the top of your lungs right now. No one's going to stop you. Like just kind of switching that like perspective around. And like Raul's kind of let me take the reins with that. And like I thought it was just gonna be that avenue of like, wow, like he believes in me, but it like was so much further where he's like teaching me all about business and like financials and he's given me the tools. He's one of my sponsors for ultra running. And like if I think to like what has changed my life to where I'm at now, he came along at the right time and like has just been this like pillar of like faith, which has given me like faith in myself, which is he's a cool dude.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, shit, we had him on for a podcast. It'll be out before yours, but
Yeah.
just he's so
supportive.
supportive.
Yeah.
so like energetic just to give you ideas even.
Yeah.
And it's really like,
like,
it's refreshing because
He's so humble.
Trusting.
especially
Yeah.
like when you're doing your thing, especially with this, it's just kind of like it's nice to have somebody like Raul to come in and I mean like gas you up, but also give you
Yeah.
so many ideas that just kind
Yeah.
of run through your head and like opportunities to work with him and like he was
Yeah.
talking about with you
Yeah.
and no, it's cool.
That's another thing. Like he gassed us up, but now that I'm thinking about it, since you've done social media, have you gotten like any like bad comments?
Yeah, and that definitely gets in your head a lot. It's mainly like mostly it's just been like through DMs, like no one really commenting on the actual thing itself, but like yeah, I'll get people in my DMs like calling me stuff, especially like it is a small town, like people know kind of they have a vision of you before they even know who you are, and they'll like if you're sitting behind a screen, like it's a lot easier to like say horrible things because it's not like you're not making eye contact while you're doing it. And so I think there was a lot of that for a while, and it's like Raul was also the first person to tell me like all of that stuff is just noise. Yeah. And the only thing that matters at the end of the day, which sounds so cliche, but it's like, what do you think of yourself? I'm like, well, I think I'm pretty cool. And he was like, well, yeah, and keep thinking that. Mm-hmm. So
it's like 90% of those people that are shit talking online, they'll never say it if you're in front of them. So
right, that's what I'm saying.
That
yeah,
anything.
Yeah.
I'm in the 10%. Got no shame.
Right now.
What does a typical day in the life look like for you right now?
Right now, I'm working 4 jobs. So I'm working really long hours and I'm training for a 100-miler as we speak. So I'm typically up just before 4 in the morning. So usually 3:45, I'll get up and I'll go to the gym while it's still dark out. And then after that, I'll take my first phone call because it's normal Sweden time is like their normal work day. So that's like, 8 a.m. And then from there, I'll like break around noon. I'll go run for like 2-3 hours. And then I'll be at work for the rest of the day until like 8 p.m. or school for that matter, because I'm doing school all online. And then I'll go to yoga and then I'll go to bed, shower at some point. Gosh,
Yeah.
I'm not.
What time do you go to bed?
Right now, it's in between like 10:30 and 11:30.
Holy fuck, dude.
So
And then you're up
sleep
before
is a little,
4.
Yeah, sleep
That's
is a little
crazy.
one thing I need to really
All right.
dial back.
Next time I complain about going to bed at 11 and waking up at like 5:45,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah, sleep is a little brutal right now.
Yeah. That's
But
fucking crazy.
with that, I will say like usually either before or after my run, I can fall asleep wherever, whenever. So I'll set my alarm for like in between like 7 and like 15 minutes and like just take a little cat nap and I'm good to go.
Mm-hmm.
So I do
That's
fit
right.
that.
I can't. Okay.
I'm very
I can't
rigid.
catnap.
Yeah, I can cat
I
nap.
can't do it.
If I sit in a chair for more than like 3 minutes, I might fall asleep.
Yeah.
If I got nothing else going on around me.
Yeah.
Been there for about an hour and a half now.
You got exciting stuff going on. Yeah. But no, if I can't fall asleep at night, but I definitely will midday just like
Days off.
days
Yeah.
off. It's perfect.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah. That's crazy. No wonder you only wash your sheets once a month.
Okay. But no, that's the thing. The one biggest thing besides sleep that's lacking is like, because I've like developed my schedule, because I am for the most part my own boss. I am just so rigid with my schedule and like I have big goals and big dreams, but sometimes I forget that like I am 22 and like I kind of forget about the social aspect that like, yeah, you need a community. And sometimes I'm like so hyper independent that like I forget that like it'd be cool to like meet up with friends after work or like kind of have a relationship and stuff. So I think that's the part where I'm like, I'm barely in my 20s. Like there is so much time for that like I don't want to miss.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Now's kind of the golden
Now's the
age,
time.
right? Like
Yeah.
now's the time to make
Yeah, right. You got
connections.
like 8 more years of golden connections.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got time.
Probably more.
Well, yeah, and you're still in school.
I'm
right?
still in school. Yeah, I'm a senior at California State University, Bakersfield.
Hey,
Awful.
Oh, so awful. So brutal.
And that's like
How-
remote.
How did you choose Bakersfield?
Yeah, so being that like the whole money, it always comes back to money, classic, but that was the cheapest school because I graduated from community college. I got my associates at Kenyatta. And then from there, I was like, what is the cheapest way that I can like still get my bachelor's, still work full time and like not come out of this like in debt? And I found that California State University, Bakersfield, they have an online program and it is like 1/8 of what normal people pay to go to college. And I was like, fuck, that's a no-brainer. Like, yeah, maybe I'm missing out on like the party life and like the like Greek life or whatever in college, but like I'm coming out not in debt and I'm coming out and I'm still working and like I'm always looking ahead, which is like can be debatable, but it's like I'm creating a life for myself and that starts right now. Like that doesn't start when I graduate.
State schools are the way to go financially,
Right.
if that's your
100%.
decision. Yeah. And I was lucky enough, my parents paid for my school, but I went community college to a state school. And then like my sister went straight to a UC and I was like, dude, come on. You should give me my difference there. I'm just kidding. Never would say that to my dad.
He'd be like, you have less concussions.
Oh God. Yeah. Well,
Yeah. Maybe. All right.
okay, wait, I did have a question back to the ultra marathon stuff. How do you train your feet to last like that long, other than just running?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing outside of running?
Yeah, I work for a company called Earth Runners, actually. So I create content for them. I'm affiliated with them now, but their original running tribe, the Terra Umara, they were these barefoot runners, and Earth Runners designed a barefoot shoe exactly like the ones that like the Earth Runners or the Terra Umara would wear, and I wear those. And so
like the toe shoes.
not even toe shoes, they're like a piece of like leather.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Like a sandal?
Yeah.
Oh,
and I wear
dang.
those all the time. As much as I can, I wear those, and they make your feet so freakishly strong. Like,
Whoa.
it's insane. And so that's my biggest like secret.
Are you strapped in, or is there a lot of play in your foot?
There's so much play.
Really?
Yeah.
And you don't get blisters?
No. And then the other thing I want to be sponsored by them so badly is trail toes. So when I am running ultra marathons and I have to wear shoes, I cake my feet in trail toes. And it's like Vaseline on crack. Like the thickest, goopiest thing. And you put that everywhere.
Did you say when you have to wear shoes?
Yeah, I mean like
If you're
when
running
it's,
at ultra marathons, are you ever running barefoot?
No.
Oh, okay. But when
it's
you're
like
running,
you're just running through rocks.
barefoot,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think that's
Forced to wear
interesting.
shoes.
So like what'd you say the company was?
Earth Runners.
Earth Runners.
Yeah.
No. The company you want to be
company's
sponsored by.
Vaseline.
The
Oh,
Vaseline.
trail toes.
Trail toes.
Yeah, random name, but
Yeah.
it's like highly recommended. if you
So
guys-
is that like you can put that anywhere that you might chafe?
it is, you can put that anywhere.
Yeah,
You can put it
okay.
anywhere. Yeah.
Trail toes.
Yeah.
That's a
Trail
good name.
Toes and armpits, like, it's like
And anywhere,
trails
yeah.
to
Trail
There you
toes, armpits.
And
anywhere.
anywhere.
I
else.
guess like arch your foot, like or ball your foot,
ball
should
your
say.
foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can put like in between your like you can get real freaky with it.
Dang.
Yeah.
On leather too, and the leather doesn't absorb it.
No.
Wow.
No. It's really like
That's pretty nice.
So thick. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you wear normal flip flops, do you wear rainbows?
Yeah. Rainbows
Yeah,
all the way.
rainbows are
I have like
shit.
18 pairs.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Rainbows are sick.
Yeah.
It's a lot of shoes.
Well,
Well, yeah. I mean, they don't break. Like you just kind of they get a little gross, and then you just.
I'm surprised you wear a shoe with so much play in it when you're running ultra marathons. Honestly, I would expect you to have something that's like very.
I don't usually run in the Earth Runners.
Yeah.
Oh,
I run
okay.
in ultras, those because they have a wide. I look for something with a wide toe box, so then all my feet can kind of like, or my toes can like splay out.
I thought you were saying you ran in them. That's why I was like, what?
I do,
she
but
does,
not the
but not-
races.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's still crazy.
Yeah.
So
You don't get blisters on your feet?
no, that's the one thing. Like knock on wood, like that has never been my issue. My shoulders are my issue because most of those vests are designed for men, so it's like the wider they sit on you, and I feel like my shoulders are like not happy.
So do you do the Murph every year?
Oh my god, the Murph, that I've done that once.
Nice.
Yeah, that was so time consuming. Yeah.
James is very quick at the Murph.
I don't even know what that is.
The Murph is run a mile with a weighted vest to begin. Then you do, I believe it's 300 squats,
Yeah.
200 push-ups, and 100 pull-ups, and then you run another mile to end it with a weighted vest. James did it in 35 or 40 minutes. Yeah,
I was thinking this was going to take half a day. What?
That's really good,
Dude, it
actually.
was
Yeah,
insane.
that's insane.
it was my first Murph ever, and James is just like, to be fair, okay, I will say this: we did not have the weighted vest.
Okay.
Okay.
Broke college students.
Yeah.
So we just ran a mile, got back to the house, and broke it up into however. Because that's the thing is with 300 squats, 200 push-ups, 100 pull-ups, you can break it up into however you want, as long as you do all of them, and then you have to go run another mile. But James left for his second mile as I was on like, I think I was on like push-up number like 175, which at that point it takes a long time to get to 200. Like you're dead. But James went 35. I think I went like 50, 55, somewhere in there.
That's still under an hour. That's still.
I was very happy.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm never going to do it again.
No. It's like one and done. You cross it off your bucket list, no more.
But
You
it
said
sounds
you did it once.
I did it once.
Okay.
And I was like, that's enough for me.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Do you do many like physical I guess what would you call it, Murph? Just like
cross
all
training?
body? Yeah, like
Yeah.
cross training, like
Yeah.
all body.
I do a lot of that. I just recently started slacklining and climbing.
Nice.
That's wild. Like just using your body in different ways. I don't mean to keep coming back to feet, but the more you can like, I don't know, weird topic. That is one of the things I do get comments about is like the whole feet pictures thing. Well, I don't know why that's so big right now, but it kind of stresses me out. But like anything you can do to like kind of splay your toe, like it's like a huge thing in like ultra running.
Yeah.
So it's like all like to practice that.
To have your toes spread?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Because like modern shoes,
Sorry, go ahead.
no, I know.
Yeah.
Like modern shoes, like they want to squeeze your feet in, and so if you look at like people that have been trapped in like women like in high heels, and like you can see their feet, it's like they're not the way like God intended.
They're like those old Chinese photos where the ladies were put in box shoes and their toes are just squared.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
So you're sponsored by Earth Runners. Do you have any other sponsors? You said Raoul earlier.
Yeah, and then for my last ultra marathon, Long Branch Saloon sponsored the entire thing, which was really big, and I'm super grateful for them.
Nice.
Who's your dream sponsor other than the
Trail Toes?
Yeah, other than them.
Trail Toes. No, it'd be Ultra running shoes. I think, they're legit. They're super sick. It's like anything, like the product is cool, but it's like if their core values align with my own core values, like they're not just doing it to make a profit, that's cool. And I love that.
Yeah.
So.
It's big in a company.
Yeah.
What was I going with this? Oh, what's your opinion on Hokas?
They're a little bouncy.
Yeah.
They're a little like you're up in the clouds.
And it kind of ties back into what you were saying about the modern shoe kind of confining your feet.
Yeah.
Like it's obviously a modern shoe design, but a lot of people are big on Hokas.
A lot of people are big on Hokas.
That would be a pretty sick
Hokas,
sponsor.
That would be a really cool sponsor. And they're getting better and better with trail shoes now, especially now that they're coming out with like waterproof stuff, which is super cool for like all the river crossings. I just like once you find your brand, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, kind of thing.
What have you met David Goggins yet?
No, but weirdly enough, I'm doing races that he's done already. So I'm crossing paths with like other big names, which is super cool. And it's just like crazy that like I'm following that. Like I used to think they're like God like figures, and now I'm like following kind of in their footsteps.
Yeah, just peers. Cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. It's like you like growing up, I feel like you see all these people as like superior beings, and then you just realize that there's people that did their thing and didn't really care about what other people thought.
Exactly.
And they just followed their passions and ran with it.
And that's what sets them apart. It's like they
ran with it. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Pun intended. Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, but that's just what sets them apart. It's like the people that were like fearless enough to follow their dreams without all the input of everyone around them.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Still working on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's always going to be a hard thing coming from a small town, though.
Yeah. I think the small town does definitely shape. I think we can all agree it just shapes who we are.
Yeah.
Whether we're like conscious of that or not.
Yeah, I was going to say something.
And I mean, like, encouragement in a small town goes a lot farther than it does when somebody is hating on you.
Yeah.
Like,
you're right. That is true.
Like, I haven't heard anything yet about this podcast stuff being like people talking shit, but I know it's happening, and that is like something that happens in your brain where you're just kind of like, I know there's people being like, this is stupid. What do they think?
It's just me at home.
They're like, what people? They think people want to listen to them. It's like it's not us, it's the guests.
Well, we do encourage all comments.
Yeah, we get Emily Rushka and Claire Dufresne.
Love that. Good people.
Yeah,
cool. All right, got anything else?
Well, yeah. Future. What are you looking for in the next 5 to 10 years?
Yeah, that is a question that honestly has come up a lot more than I thought it would lately. And I give the same answer pretty much, is I want to be doing something that is both benefiting. I know we were just talking about this. I want to do something that's both benefiting me, the people around me, and my planet. Like I can't be one without the other. Like if I'm making a bunch of money, but it's like killing a bunch of trees, it's like, what am I doing? Mm-hmm. And so I just hope I can be, doing something that is grounding me, but also making me happy at the end of the day. And I know that's vague and out there, but I think it's good to be kind of not so specific.
Yeah, keep your options open.
Keep your options
We need
open.
a good foundation to build a solid house.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Cool.
Need something to build off of. Yeah. No, I like it.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for having me on.
Do you want to tell people where to find you? Instagram page?
Yeah. I'm at Jules Minkstein, Minkstein, little wonky, on Instagram and Threads and Facebook. And then I'm at Jules Mink on YouTube.
No TikTok?
No TikTok for me.
Dude,
No.
we got to get on Threads.
Yeah. All right.
I'm not on Threads at all. Is it good?
No, it's kind of like Twitter. It's not that good.
That's a dark place,
That is a
dude.
dark place.
Twitter
It can
is
get dark
a dark place.
Yeah.
Sorry, X.
Yeah.
It's already dark
There you
enough. The logo's all black. It's crazy. Okay.
Cool. Well, on that note,
Sweet.
Thank you guys for listening.
Yeah, thanks
Thank
for
you,
having
Julia.
yeah.
Sweet.
All right. Welcome back to the Between Shifts podcast. This is the recap for Julia Minkstein.
Yeah. And that one was just off and running.
Yeah. I mean, we apologize. It was kind of all over the place between jumping into the future, but then also seeing how the past affected her future, and then what got her into ultra marathon running and all that stuff.
Seems like we covered 100 miles worth of stuff.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, yeah. No, we were definitely all over the place.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy that she's been doing all these things while working from a young age too, with that influence from her parents too. Like, I don't know if we talked about it, but she was like a busser at I want to say it was the Miramar at like 14 years old.
Yeah,
which is
really young.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you have to have parents' permission at that point.
Yeah.
It was also interesting for us as interviewers to try to interview somebody younger than us, because most of the people that we interview are like 10 to 20, sometimes even more years older than us. And it was fun.
Yeah.
Like it was fun we've been talking for a long time to interview somebody in a then, which would be now, versus now, which would be in the future. So hopefully we can have her back on and see where she's at 5-10 years in the future. Cause I mean, we don't
or
plan
even
to
just
stop.
a couple years in the future.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, there's so many things, and like she's just finishing school. She's got so much ahead of her in the next like couple years. Things change so much when you're in your early 20s.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. A couple of years from now, her life could be completely different, and
Yeah.
we're excited to see where it goes. So
Definitely.
yeah. Yeah. Just a crazy, all over the place interview, but
It was all over the place, but that's fine though. It was fun. I just hope people were able to
follow along.
along
yeah.
because it was
It
kind
was-
of hard questions that were leading all over the place, but that's fine. It's
Yeah.
fun.
We had a lot of good banter too. That was a fun interview. We had a lot of fun. I think that one's going to be fun for the viewers. I think it's a different demographic for sure from our normal guests, and yeah, I think it was super fun.
Yeah, I think it was fun. I think she had a lot of good. I mean, I was so shell shocked when she said that in ultra marathons people drink beer and whiskey to. I was like, I'm gonna start running ultra marathons.
It's I know, dude. It's actually crazy.
Don't do it.
Well, it's crazy to think like now that I'm thinking about it more, I'm like, maybe I have run more in my life than I thought.
Well, yeah, you're like, I've never ran an ultra marathon. I was like, you went to Cunha for 3 years. You had to run a mile a week.
I don't remember it being a mile. I always remember it being like a lap. Maybe it was like that.
It was always 4 laps to a mile. So,
Yeah.
I mean, even if you ran 1 lap, I think you still would have ran an ultra marathon by the end of high school.
Yeah. I'm sure I've run over 100 miles, but not within a day and a half. Like 36 hours.
No, not that fast at all.
Yeah.
Nowhere near that.
No.
But
Well, I'm just thinking like, and if she could, she was around 36 hours worth of running and done 100 miles, and like that would have been crazy. If that's like, there probably is people that have never run 100 miles in their life.
yeah, and it was also fun like interviewing somebody younger than you, because you kind of, I don't know, put yourself in their shoes and just kind of remember like how up in the air the world feels at 22 years old. And
yeah, I mean, just at a completely different place in life and trying to figure things out and not unaware of what the future is. And like, now we're kind of in the future, like in our lives, right? Like, you know, like there's still things going on, but like you're done with school.
Yeah.
You know,
well, it's funny, like we talk to people about what the premise of this show is, and it's like, well, we try to talk to people that seem to have life more figured out, to like show people the route that they took in life. And as you start talking to these people, and they're like, yeah, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. And you're like, okay, yeah, that's super fair. That's a great
out
answer.
as I go.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing whatever whatever life puts in my way, I just overcome it. Right. And that's, I think, a lot of what successful people do in life is just overcome obstacles.
Yeah. Overcome, or just even try to navigate a way through.
Yeah.
Like it's everything's just so up in the air. And it's fun doing this because we get to realize that through interviewing people.
Yeah. This has been fun.
Yeah.
I love this podcast.
I do too.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. I look forward to it every week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interviewing people. And I mean, we try to keep it we're booked out a couple months in advance.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun. And that was Julia Minkstein. And we hope to have an interview with her in the future. And yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching.
Thanks for sticking it out with us.
Thank you for watching the Instagram clips that we throw in your face all the time. All right.
Yeah, the support really means a lot. And hearing everyone come out and talk to us and even just ask, just the people that it's cool to know how many people know that we're doing this, even if they're not watching every week. It's awesome. But
it's fun to have new ideas, and new ideas happen from people in the community around us. So if you see us, give us some ideas. We don't mind. Talk to us. We enjoyed talking about it. So
shout out to you guys, friends of the show, for watching, listening, and supporting us.
Yep. Thank you guys.
See you in a couple weeks.
Later.
Bye.
Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Once again, we're brought to you by BikeWorks HMB, your one-stop shop for bike service, sales, and rentals in Half Moon Bay, California. Whether you're on the mountain, road, or low on battery, BikeWorks HMB has your back. If you enjoyed this episode and would like to help support this podcast, please feel free to reach out to us at betweenshiftspod@gmail.com. The link will be in the description. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. GT, signing off.